So I would say to a group of students, people who have no internships, who graduate with this business degree, kind of stand around and go, okay, well, if you don't have a clear picture of what you want to do, you're not really sure. It could be kind of like a generic degree. And when you work in insurance, it really doesn't matter the degree that you have. So I would just say, when there are programs like this that come in and teach you about different industries, to really kind of go for it, try these programs, these 6 weeks programs, attend seminars, educate yourself on the different industries. Because to your point, I mean, I work in Travelers with people who have finance degrees, legal degrees, degrees in human resources, degrees in psychology, sociology, liberal arts. I mean, really, there's no one degree that puts you on an insurance path. So I would just advise people to not count it out because of your preconceived notions of what insurance is, because I didn't even know what insurance was until I was really in it. And then for somebody who really wants to have a fulfilling, meaningful career, there's just so many paths you can take in the insurance industry. So I would just say, if you're somebody who you're graduating and you're not really sure what you want to do, then kind of take a stab and learn about it when you're graduating in high school, in college, and kind of see where it takes you. Definitely don't count it out.
I would say you need to do internships and network as much as you can, because you're never going to know what you like or you don't like until you're doing the job. And I think there are so many people out there who have this mindset that I'm going to go to school and I'm going to do this. And then they get into the job and they're like, well, that's not exactly what I thought it was going to be. And I think there's so many jobs in insurance that people don't know about because you can't cover all of them in a class. So I think that the best thing is to do is do the internship, experience sitting in a cubicle, sitting with other people, network, have lunches with people, learn about what they do, job shadow them, figure out their likes and dislikes of their jobs, because there's so many different avenues you can go into. I mean, I'm in event management at an insurance company. That's not something they advertise. And that's not something that would get brought up in an insurance class. But because I worked on the marketing side and I took Invest, I worked on this piece that then brought me over here. And there's so many, I feel like there's so many careers like that they're hard to explain to people, like, oh, you could totally do this position. That's what this person does. But until you really see what you like or don't like, do you like being in an office? Do you want to travel? I think about a lot of careers at Travelers that I would have never known, like being a part of the catastrophe team. Here you are 3 weeks on the job, you're sent out to wherever the disaster is. And then you come off and you have, 2 weeks off, and then you go off to your next job. And then you do that for a year or two. And then maybe you want to, be in a career that stays in one place. Well, because you had all that experience, you're able to know what you like or dislike and then move up the ladder there. I think there's so many different opportunities that it's hard to find them just in a class. I think you have to go out and experience and talk to people.
A couple of things. For one, just that always open to different opportunities. There's so many, and that's what kind of drew me to the insurance industry, is just hearing how many different opportunities there are. Like I said, I'm a people person, so I wanted something where I could be talking to people and building relationships with people like my agents. But if you're not a people person, there's also different opportunities for you. If you're someone who likes to review coverages, like you could be an underwriter. If you're someone who likes to be out in front of people, you can be an agent, or you could find a carrier like Travelers that has both aspects. So that's one thing I would say. Another thing I would say is just network, reach out to people like myself who, work at these companies. We have LinkedIn, we have different ways that you can reach out to us. Don't be afraid to reach out, ask questions, meet new people. We're always happy to share advice or share a story, or guide you in the right direction, or the direction that you might be looking to go into.
Don't count out insurance because it seems scarier or boring. It's a multifaceted industry and opportunities are countless. We really support every area. I think about the claim organization for sure. We have nurses that we hire. as a part of the claim organization. Most people don't know that. Also, we have ex-military that we sometimes hire in other areas such as premium auditor, risk control, or current military or current law enforcement. So we are a multifaceted area. Think long and hard about joining, not because it's hard, but because that you might be surprised as to what you get. A lot of the people that I hire into my role don't have insurance degrees, and you don't need one. You can definitely have any degree and find a place under the red umbrella that suits you just fine.
There's countless opportunities within the industry, whether you're an insurance agent, you work in claims, you write policies, you work in underwriting, you analyze numbers to come up with different rates and products, and it's just extremely dynamic, and it's it's secure. Everyone always needs insurance. All the crazy things that are happening in the world, and industries, and small businesses that are struggling and suffering, and how tragic that is. People still need insurance, so it's an industry that in my opinion isn't going anywhere.
There's so many different aspects of insurance. I mean, you have the analytics side. How do you create a product that our consumers need, that, on the back end, there's a risk assessment and there's analytics behind that. So if you're all about data and analytics, this is for you. If you're a salesperson and you like talking to people and you want to lead, this is for you. If you are interested in the platform design and how to become more efficient for our agencies, for our internal employees, this is for you. I mean, insurance isn't just selling a product. There's so much more to that. And we all have to work together to create, the perfect output for our agencies, for our consumers. So I would say, if you're interested in any of those things, there is still money in insurance. I know they might not think, there absolutely is. And it's what you put into it is absolutely what you're going to get out of it on every level, pretty much in anything you do. But insurance is fun and exciting, I promise.
I mean, I would definitely say that one of the appeals of the insurance industry is, one, it's not going anywhere. There's stability in this industry. There's always going to be an insurance company. There's always going to be insurance jobs available. And I know that during this time, there's a lot of uncertainty about what industries are going to make it out of this. And insurance is definitely one of those industries. And then the second thing that I would also say is, I kind of touched on it a little bit earlier, but you don't just have to go into the insurance industry to do insurance. We've got IT, we've got finance, we've got research and development. We even have emerging technologies where people are finding ways to develop different types of apps for the industry, figuring how are we going to integrate smart technology into insurance industries. So even, STEM-based jobs with science and technology can be applied to the insurance industry as well. And I think there's so much opportunity in the insurance industry that we just don't know enough about, and that you really could take just about anything that you study in college, and apply that to the insurance industry. And I like how versatile that can be. And, it does allow you to take comfort in the fact that no matter what you've studied, or no matter what you do, you can definitely apply it to this industry. Finding an industry who's willing to train you if you don't have the experience is so rare. A lot of places are trying to, they want 5 years experience, they want 10 years experience. And with the insurance industry, you can get really lucky and they'll train you.
I always sort of take it as this idea that nobody from a little, I imagine if you asked any child, nobody would say that they dream of becoming an insurance adjuster someday. And I do think that the industry has kind of taken on the position that they know that. So they want to be able to keep you invested in the company that you work for. They want you to really be satisfied with the work-life balance. There's a lot of jobs that I think the employers take for granted, the idea that their employees can go down whatever path they choose, and they have that power. In insurance, they recognize that, so they really want to hone in on those skills so that they recognize that keeping talent within the company, even if it's moving to different paths, is the best outcome for everybody. So there's a lot of great benefits. There's, I don't know very many people that have pensions, things like that. Like there's a lot of really great things to keep you in insurance. And then on top of that, there's a lot of different opportunities within insurance. So you're never getting bored. You're really taken care of as an employee. And that can be kind of hard to find, I think.
I would stand with the insurance industry all day, every day on the purity of what we offer to American society versus a lot of other players. And so that's what makes me not only feel like I can talk to people about insurance, but makes me feel like I can hold my head high going to work every day. And that's important to me.